At this juncture, it gives me a lot of privilege in introducing to you the President of India's Smart Grid Forum, Mr. REJI PILLAI. Mr. REJI PILLAI, ladies and gentlemen, is an internationally renowned expert in the energy sector with over 3 decades of experience in the electricity industry in diverse functions across the entire value chain and across continents. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Mr. REJI PILLAI.
Thank you. Sri A.K. Balla, Secretary, Ministry of Power, Excellencies, distinguished speakers and experts on the dais and in the audience, government and utility officials, regulators, ISGF members and our board members, our sponsors, exhibitors, friends from the media, and ladies and gentlemen. I have the pleasure of welcoming you all to the 5th edition of India Smart Grid Week, which is rechristened as India Smart Utility Week, to this magnificent venue, Manekshaw Center. Let me start by offering our sincere thanks to Indian Army and the Manekshaw Center team for their gracious support and cooperation to put this show together. We also wish to offer our deepest gratitude to our brave soldiers for efficiently guarding the nation against all forms of threats. Many of you have attended past editions of this event and must have noticed that both in content and in scale, this event have constantly been expanding. We thank you all for your continued support and guidance in making this show bigger and better. Large number of Indian utility officials, regulators, policymakers are present here, and we are sure they will get opportunity to network and learn from experts who have assembled here from different parts of the world. Let me first extend a warm welcome to our mentor and advisor, Mr. Richard Schomburg, who has been guiding us in the design of this conference and the themes for the past 5 years. He has richly contributed to the growth of ISGW. On behalf of ISGF, I extend a very warm welcome to you, sir. We hope we can count on you in our journey forward. ABB has been a founding member of ISGF and been a constant supporter of Smart Grid Week from the very first edition. I'm delighted to welcome Mr. Pidambar Shivanani, President of Power Grids Division, ABB India. Mr. Shivanani also joined as a member of ISGF Board of Governors last year. I have the pleasure of welcoming you to ISUW, Mr. Shivanani. General Electric has joined ISUW as a key partner for this year. GE from India and also M&D from USA, or the global team, are participating in the program. I am delighted to extend a warm welcome to Mr. Sunil Wadhwa, Managing Director and GE India for this inaugural ceremony. Also, a warm welcome to Marcus Bonner and his team from GE M&D USA. Mr. Ganesh Nadarajan, founder and chairman of FIOF World, as well as several other innovative digital initiatives in the country, have also joined us today, and he will be delivering a keynote at the Future Skill 2030 session this afternoon. We are delighted to have you with us for this inaugural ceremony, sir, and warm welcome to you, Mr. Nadarajan. Mr. Devashish Banerjee, Managing Director of CESC Kolkata, has been another big-time supporter of ISGF and ISGW. In the past 2 editions, he joined us on this platform in his previous capacity as CEO of Reliance Energy Mumbai. Presently, he is leading digital transformation at CESC Kolkata. We are pleased to welcome you to ISUW 2019, sir. Another very important partner of us could not join because of the flight cancellations, which many of you are aware that some of the flights have been grounded at 1 a.m. this morning. So Mr. Kardan Patel, MD and CEO of Adani Electricity Mumbai, was expected to join us for this function. Adani is the new player in the electricity distribution business, although they've been very strong in generation and transmission segments. Having taken over Reliance Energy Mumbai last year, they are now into distribution also. We at ISGF are very happy that AEML, Adani Electricity Mumbai Limited, the name of the new company, is committed to their smart grid journey, and one of our working group member Mr. Ajoy Rajani, been with us right from beginning, and he is leading this digital initiatives at AEML. We will miss Mr. Patel at this ceremony. We hope he will be able to join later in the day. In our grid modernization initiatives, NEDO has been a big time supporter. A smart grid pilot project in Panipat was funded by a grant from NEDO, which was inaugurated last year in January 2018. Later in the day, there is a special session where results of smart grid pilot projects will be presented, which is being organized in collaboration with NEDO and National Smart Grid Mission. I have the pleasure of welcoming Mr. Takashi Omote, Executive Director from NEDO headquarters to ISUW 2019. Omote-san is also my colleague on the board of Global Smart Grid Federation. A very warm welcome to you, sir. Power Grid Corporation been a founding member of ISGF and is a co-host utility for this edition of ISUW 2019. I am pleased to welcome their acting chairman, Mr. Ravi P. Singh, to ISUW 2019. In 2010, India joined as a founding member of International Smart Grid Action Network, a government-to-government association to promote smart grids around the world, an initiative under the Clean Energy Ministerial. India has been an active member of ISGAN, and presently one of the vice chair of ISGAN is Mr. Arun Misra, who is the director of National Smart Grid Mission in India. We are fortunate to have with us Madam Karen Whitgreen, the chair of ISGAN Executive Committee, with us today. Delighted to extend a warm welcome to you, Madam. France and India have been working closely on smart grid development. Last year, during the visit of His Excellency President Macron to India, an MOU was signed between ISGF and Think Smart Grid, the Smart Grid Association in France. AFD is also currently assisting some smart grid projects in Madhya Pradesh, as well as EDF is part of the project team implementing NDMC smart metering project, which went live in January 2019. We look forward to closer ties between Indian utilities, EDF, NADIS, and we have the honor to welcome Ambassador, His Excellency Ambassador Alexander Ziegler to the inauguration of India Smart Utility Week. ISGF and European Union has been conducting a series of smart grid workshops since 2015. During the last 4 years, we have done 6 editions of smart grid workshops, 3 in Europe, 3 in India. The 7th edition will be held today afternoon. And these interactions have now developed into real projects, and we'll be hearing about the announcement of some projects under the European Union grant under the Horizon 2020 program, in which one demonstration site will be in Delhi. We extend a very warm welcome to His Excellency Ambassador Thomas Kowalski to ISUW 2019. Thank you, sir. Mr. Pravir Sinha been a very big pillar of support for ISGF and has always taken personal effort to make all our initiatives successful. He has been on our board while he was in Delhi as MD and CEO of TPDDL. We are very proud of his promotion as MD and CEO of the parent company, Tata Power Company Limited now. We are delighted to have both Tata Power and TPDDL as our host utilities this year for ISUW 2019. I'm pleased to extend a very warm welcome to you, Mr. Sinha, for this inaugural ceremony of ISUW 2019. Mr. A.K. Balla, Secretary, Ministry of Power, inaugurated ISUW 2018. We are honored to have Mr. Balla as our chief guest again today. Sir, under your visionary leadership, India has achieved 2 historic milestones. First being the completion of village electrification and universal household electrification. Last year in my welcome speech, I had mentioned about the new program which was launched just few months after you took over, the program called Saubhagya, which has set a world record. 25 million households have been electrified in 17 months. That is a world record, and which has brought light to the life of more than 125 million people. This is a stupendous achievement which has been done under your leadership, sir. And we have also set the ball rolling for large-scale smart metering projects involving millions of meters. On behalf of ISGF, I have the pleasure of welcoming you as our chief guest for the day, sir. The third edition of IEC IEEE World Smart Energy Standardization Coordination Workshop, a pioneering effort which we started 2 years ago. The third edition was successfully conducted yesterday. Many experts from IEC, IEEE and other standard development organizations are present here. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to ISUW. There are many distinguished personalities and doyens from the industry, utilities, research and academia in the audience. Owing to paucity of time, without mentioning each person by name, I extend a very warm welcome to all of you, our speakers, experts, utility CEOs and regulators, friends from the media and our board members of ISGF and GSGF. I take this opportunity to welcome delegates from more than 40 countries present here. I am sure you will have a rewarding, rich 3 days of interactive sessions. Thank you very much.